Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to our newest session of Tales of Exandria, the Sunday campaign based out of Tal'Dorei originally, but now who gives a fuck about maps? You can go wherever the hell you want. Before we jump into the action today, everybody, first thing I do want to do is to tell everybody that they should not forget to subscribe to our channel. We are very appreciative whenever you do that, and it helps us to grow so very much. I know I have to fix that. It's not perfectly synced. I'm fixing it. Don't worry. And aside from that, if you're interested in seeing us live, you can check us out over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. And if you're interested in joining any of our games, we do have open slots available in many of them, where you'll be able to join in on some of this fun and experience a unique living universe unlike any other that you can find out there on the internet. So, without further ado, let me check my forehead. There we go. And Dorzen, why don't you tell us what happened last session?
Last session, our group once again found the need to go visit the most haunting place in the world, a library. Using Jimmy and Dorzen's connections to the Lyceum, the group entered the now more restrictive School of Wizards, as it appears that war be afoot. After coming along and meeting the Archmage of Illusions, Pris's old teacher, Professor Thunderbrand.
And he's not technically the Archmage of Illusion. He is the Headmaster of Illusion.
Okay.
Slight difference.
And the party decided to confide in him their very dangerous and potentially morally ambiguous task they are undertaking. And through great personal words. Basically, he broke a lot of rules and let them into a place they're not supposed to be going to. Found a lot of information in that library, most of which they needed, and now they have a goal and a task and a shopping list. And once again, and after leaving the Lyceum, resting down for the night, the party's resident druid decided to be extra so careful to make sure that evil spirit that almost wiped out a civilization, kind of, is not still lingering on Dorzen's soul in some place. Thus made him remember a freaking hag ripped him off. And thus, we are here.
So, Dorzen, you remember everything that transpired in that back room with the hag. How she started diving into your memories to look for the specific information as to where that portal was. Her murmuring if she's finally found it or not. And her signing that contract finally with you, revealing her name, which I already messaged to you. She also removed that section of memory from you and replaced a much deeper memory in your mind that made you think that you two were friends for the past 15 years since you've been here. Good buddies, always willing to help each other, and of course that you owe her a handful of favors. But now all of those modified memories are gone.
I knew it. That entity did do something. I
That
could tell
hag!
by the
If I could animate ripple effect of energy, I would.
hag.
What are you talking about?
freaking shopkeep.
We've met a lot of shopkeep stores. You gotta be more
Ooh, I
specific.
forgot something in a damn contract. The one in Uthodurn.
What about Uthodurn?
Oh,
The-
the
is this about the place where you got that stupid black leather outfit?
No, it's about the place where I sold one of these stones for a crap load of gold. She's
Explain.
a hag. She
Wait,
messed with my memory.
A hag, as in a fey hag or fiendish hag.
And
She's
this-
a big hag.
the stone you're talking about would I assume you're talking about one of those.
Keystones, yes.
Right, yes.
The ones that we found in Tundris.
Yeah.
What keystones are you talking about?
Well, Dorton, why don't you tell her?
Mitch is also hearing this for the first time, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just watching.
And,
I mean, it's never dull when we're around.
Yeah, no. He pulls out popcorn, offers you some, Kuma.
I'll take some.
Kuma,
Yeah.
you often say you can see through the ethereal, yes? And illusions?
Well, invisibility and ethereal. Not
Mitch now
illusions.
looks over at you.
You would have been able to know that she's a hag.
Would I?
Kuma,
Turns
you know
out she
sh-
fucking-
did you know she was a hag?
Mary, Mitch now offers you popcorn.
I take some.
Yeah.
And then I chew on it and I throw it on Kuma.
Oh.
Kuma,
I mean, I made a deal say not to say anything, but Doors said it first, so guess that's fine.
so you did know. And you also are aware that there was recently an orphanage set up.
Oh, shit.
So you failed to tell me any of this, so I might maybe prepare some safety measures.
I made a deal not to say anything. But since Dorson did, and I didn't inform you guys first, you guys already knew about her. Because she said not to mention her true nature to anyone who didn't already know.
Just saying, let me find a good spell right now. Just give me a
Besides, why do you
sec.
think I had to get all those Yeti parts?
Yeti pots.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a bit of a.
Oh, she's a fiendish hag then. Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Well, I mean,
Right,
given
well-
the option, that is by far the best form of hag to have to deal with.
yeah, at least not a Fae one that's going to try and take a child or something.
I know the title, right?
The name?
That's
yeah.
all the name? Oh.
That
okay.
is what she gave you. That is what you are aware of.
So a giant hag from the deep is her title.
Well, and then her name.
If I might ask, Joe, I forgot real quick. Do we know him as Mitch or as Magum?
You guys know him as Mitch.
Mitch. Okay. Mitch, you say that that's the best type to deal with. Can you clarify?
Oh yes. Fey creatures are embodiments of true and utter chaos. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather deal with the type of potential evil. And not saying she is evil, not all fiends are evil. The potential evil that at least draws its inspiration from a source of motivation compared to one that seeks entertainment from their deeds.
You know, that would explain the 2 imps of the Bone Devil then.
There was.
What?
Can someone just start strangling? Can someone just start strangling Kuma like Homer and Bart?
You
or
can
whatever?
certainly try.
I mean, he's gonna try.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have the strength to do it well.
Yeah, he's thick. Just.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna roll athletics. Just fuck it.
Sure, that
Okay.
doesn't affect him.
Yeah, they were the ones moving the items around that were floating about, and there was the Bone Devil at the door.
The good news about this is in order to make that contract, I know her name.
Ah. James, popcorn.
And what is the name?
I don't remember any of this, Mitch.
Me neither.
Either. Well, I didn't really do
Girl,
that
I
much
forget.
with
Did that contract include me not spreading her name, or is that like Fae rules? I
That's
forget.
That's Fae rules. That is not her true origin name. That is the name that she puts down on contracts. Her alias that people will know her by. A
Okay.
fiend's true name is not something revealed unless you force it out of them. Because discovering a fiend's true name gives you the right to control them.
Right.
Which you would be aware of because I believe you and Jimmy both read the Fiendish Handbook that you gave over to Conaroth.
Yeah, and Dorzen's.
Dorzen did.
Oh, yeah.
Not Jimmy did.
The name on her contract name. If I'm pronouncing this right. Morgane Matron, a giant hag from the deep.
Morgane.
Morgane, sorry.
She called herself a giant hag from the deep.
It's we add things at the end of our names sometimes that usually signify importance.
What title?
As entertaining as all of this is, I do have a little bit more work I must be attending to. Shall I complete the circle, and would you like me to put somebody on discovering more about this individual?
If you could, I'd pay you to learn if she'll be a threat to a recent orphanage that was set up in there.
There's an orphanage
city.
in Uthodurn.
Yes, it was recently established.
I'll make sure that is not in danger. However, Jimmy, do you mind if I take 1,000 gold so that I can pay a researcher?
No, that's perfectly fine. Do you need it, or do you have access?
Oh,
to
I
the
can get it
property?
from your shop.
Okay.
If
Children,
I'm-
you should tell them the name of the orphanage, though. I mean, what if they set up another one?
If I might ask before we head into this place, this ethereal plane, we know a way in, but are we not going to need to use a teleportation circle to get out as well?
Hopefully, the path between these two circles is still open. Hopefully. There's no way of knowing unless you go to the other side, or if any of you are capable of far traveling. No? None of you?
I can get us to different planes, which could work, but
That is a different plane, so it does work.
all right then.
Very well. So, I'm going to take the gold, do some research. I'll check on the orphanage, make sure it's all right. And please stop asking me for so many favors. I'm an incredibly busy individual who is dealing with their own goals in life.
Sorry about that, Mitch. We'll definitely take it from here.
Very well. He completes the incantation of the ritual, and the floor glows brightly. Alrighty, everybody, in. Go on.
So it goes in.
Who goes in?
I go in.
Alrighty then.
I'm
First,
still, I'm still laughing at like Silver trying to shake a Kuma, just like can't even get like his hands around his neck.
I think he's like he tries to, but he's more like on your shoulders, and he's just like moving you back and forth, trying to strangle you.
it's like being rocked to sleep. It's beautiful.
Yes, Bigby's choking hand or something.
I mean, I think that spell's used for something else, but yeah.
You mean Big B's reach around?
Yeah.
Big B's do it from a distance.
Big B's a stranger's hand.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's why every wizard knows Mage Hand. Oh. But anyway.
Yep. You don't want to think about it.
Bigby's don't cry.
Alrighty.
Big B's spread on Thursday night.
So, you all step through the portal and head on inside. The first thing I need you all to do is to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom.
Easy.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Is a 10 a failure?
Yes.
I'm going to use Indomitable.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Oh, wait. Wait, actually, that does remind me. If this is magic, I do have advantage on it.
Oh, so you rolled a 31. Cool.
Yeah.
Would it happen to be against enchantment or charm?
No.
All right.
And I don't think this is considered magical. This is natural.
Natural magic?
Well, it's a natural circumstance that to everybody else's understanding is magical, but it is a natural occurrence.
Does 15 count as a failure?
Yes, it does.
Shit, I'll use my Indomitables too, damn.
Should.
Okay.
Is 16 a failure?
Yes.
Is 19 a
use-
failure?
Yes.
Can I use this inspiration I've been holding on to?
You're supposed to use it beforehand, declare it,
Shit.
but I'll allow you to do it this one time. Roll once.
If so, I would like to as well.
Sure.
Fuck.
Uh,
Oh, those my nat 20s for the day.
Okay. The only two successes are Mary and Sylvan. As you all step through this vibrating portal, you feel yourselves become loose in this environment. You feel that gravity no longer has that pull against your body to hold you stationary to the ground, and that your consciousness reaches around and envelops around your body. And to most of you, comprehending all of this sensation that you're experiencing is incredibly exhausting. Other than Sylvan and Mary, everybody else suffers planar exhaustion. You have disadvantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until you return to the material plane.
Oof.
Sorry, the DC was 20, Kuma.
I got a 20. Why did I fail?
Wait, you got a 20? I don't think.
You typed flash.
Oh, I didn't see that. So yeah, 20. You're successful.
All right, cool.
Jimmy can comprehend this.
I didn't fail a wisdom check. Look at me, guys.
Hey! Oh, this is something else entirely.
Oh, fuck this.
Yes, it is.
You all look around, and you are standing inside of what appears to be the exact same tower as before, but fully erected and reaching up towards the sky. This room around you has these blackened, purplish glowing walls that seem to be secreting some type of minor bits of liquid through them, almost like an ichor that is dripping all the way down. Kuma, your robes do not work in here,
Because it's omni-ethereal.
and your 360 view is off as well.
It gives you normal sight up to 120 feet.
Actually, all of you, if you did have lesser vision, your visual prowess is 120 feet right now. Unimpeded,
weird?
not dark, not dim, unimpeded.
This feels very strange. Nobody
Well, that's-
happens to see a scroll case anywhere, do they?
So, and we'll look around real quick.
Roll me a perception check. I also need you to give me an intelligence save, Sylvan. Okay. You try turning your head, and you can't for a second. And then you go, "Ah, fucking hell, turn!" And when you think it, your body responds. Almost as if your mind and body have a little bit of latency between them currently. You have to command your body to do things. Mentally.
All right, everyone. We're trying. Well, for whatever we're trying to find in here, it's mind over body.
Okay, I try that. I try activating ouch, or the ouches rather.
What school of magic is their creation? Conjuration?
No.
Probably conjuration of some sort. So, yeah, they work.
This reminds me of when we did Fey drugs.
Look. Oh, Mary, that's why you're fine in here.
She's already had her mind expand. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yes. And anybody who is considered an intelligent spellcaster can move normally, no problem. So I believe Jurigway, are you an intelligence caster technically?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah. Jimmy and Mary, all three of you are fine.
What happens if you have a negative in intelligence?
You're not an intelligent spellcaster. It just makes it a lot more difficult for you to control yourself.
I'll try to look around the room.
Okay.
Like walk around, which I wouldn't need to.
Intelligence save.
Yeah, at disadvantage.
No, saving throws are the only thing you're not making
Okay.
at disadvantage.
I'm just gonna start going around investigating. We're in a tower that's intact, right? This
Yeah.
is kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of start exploring this floor and then
Alright.
eventually.
Jimmy, as you take a step, and same with you, Mary, presumably you'll be walking, you feel like your body is in that same lag behind, and you also feel like you're not anchored to the floor like you usually are. So you both think about those times that you've spent flying, and your body starts drifting forward, controlling yourself with ease.
How is the layout inside the tower? Are there like separate rooms on the sides, or is it like just one central chamber all the way up?
You're all currently inside of the tower. There is a front door that seems to be latched, chained, and blocked with a metal bar across it. There's the circle. There is no basement that you can see. And there is the staircase that leads up to higher floors. Sylvan, with your perception check, you hear something above you. Floors above you. Hearing things in here is incredibly aggravating because you don't really know distance calculation off of instinct like you usually have. What you are hearing from everybody else, them talking, they can be 20 feet away from you, but they sound like they're right in your ear, or they could be right next to you and they sound like they're whispering from across a field. It's difficult to judge the distance, but a 23 will warrant that you hear something above you.
Something's upstairs. Someone says, just looking that direction.
I'll go and have a look. Just quick, try to.
Do be careful.
Of course. Aren't I always?
No.
Another thing I'll say to the spellcasters in here, when you're about to cast a spell, be sure that you have the school of magic associated with it is ready as well.
Just intelligence or
Every spellcaster.
okay.
Well, might as well throw it out. Ritual casting this one now, so that's divination.
Okay. You cast the little fly as a ritual, so go ahead, Mary.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. Illusion.
Oh no.
Okay. Mary disappears from sight.
Bye.
And since you do not step anywhere, nobody can hear you. You float.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to float up towards the next floor.
Already.
And
As
just,
you
yeah.
As you ascend the stairs, floating, you see the archway, and as you look through that archway, you see a research facility of some kind. A very large station of alchemical supplies and tools that you are familiar with from Jimmy and other people's uses in the past. Though this one looks very old and unattended to. There's no cobwebs, there's no dust in this tower whatsoever. It just looks like nothing has been utilized in quite some time. Some of the liquids that previously sat inside of the alchemical tools are currently floating around loosely and moving very easily in this location.
So yeah, I'm going to head towards the next floor where Sylvan said he heard a noise, and going to just get up there and try to peek. I assume there's like a next floor where I can like peek my head above.
Well, let me describe what it looks like.
All right.
You ascend even more stairs, and this time you confront a door with no handles and no hinges.
Huh. Does it have a lock?
No.
Door is it? Can you talk to Mary?
Mary, with your passive, you hear Jimmy to floor and a half below you.
Well, I'm gonna stop and listen by the door for a little bit.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. 26. You hear something behind it. Over and over again, that deep but moved voice surrounding whatever that is making that noise. Almost like an echo coming from it. But not a typical echo. It's not like it is filling a room that is open and wide. It seems like the origin of it seems to be echo-ish in nature. No. Doors in. Jimmy asked you something?
I can try.
Well, you have the communication device, right?
Yes, but turning it on is a pain at the moment.
Roll me an intelligence save, please. Needless to say, you all look at Dorzin as his right arm is like floating upwards and his entire body's being drugged to the right.
I try to like grab and orient the Dorzin.
Yeah, it's easy for you to do.
Focus, Dorzin. Calm, breath, and focus. And that's Sylvan aiding him on his next one.
All right, you can try again, Dorzin.
I'm giving Dorzin guidance, so there you go.
Does
And
guidance affect saving throws?
It doesn't.
Ability checks.
Okay, it's a save. All right. Disregard.
I'm not even going to bother.
No.
I am aiding you.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Oh, aid is advantage? I thought it was the other.
Help, sorry.
Yeah, the help action.
Sorry. 11.
Okay, 11. You try to maneuver yourself, and you're starting to get the hang of it. However, your commands to your body lag behind by about 10 seconds or so. almost as if you're under the effects of slow.
Can I go up to the next floor? Because I don't know how many floors Mary went up, and I'm like, if she gets in trouble, she might be in a bit of trouble.
All right, roll me an intelligence save.
Meanwhile, I'm going to fish out the anti-magic collar with an arrow again, and try and poke it against the door.
Nothing happens.
All right, and then I put it back in the box, and I'll try to just gently nudge the door.
Okay. You lean against it and start pushing against the door, and it doesn't move even in the slightest. This door might actually just be a sealed structure that looks like a door.
Real fake doors.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna start heading back down.
All right. You go down and you see Kuma is on the last stair, currently like floating on his back, trying to like swim.
Kuma, what are you doing?
I hate this realm already. I hate it.
I love it.
Mary, what did you discover?
Well, there is a door of sorts up there. It doesn't have any handles or hinges even, and no locks. And it seems, well, there is definitely something behind it, something breathing or wheezing, rather. But it sounded like it might be some kind of echo almost. So it didn't seem trapped though. Well, I can go have another look, I suppose, but it's kind of hard to figure out when there's no apparent way of opening it.
Did you ask the door to open?
I did not, because I wanted to be quiet. But
Well,
who knows, there might be some sort of password or... yeah.
Well, it might be in the hidden basement that Jurikui seems to be searching for.
Jurikui, what spells can you cast?
They're all just blood maledict stuff.
Okay, so you look at the ground and say, basement door. Nothing happens.
Oh, I can cast like psionics too, like Mage Hand, Misty Step, Jump.
Well, that's why I'm asking, what spells can you cast?
Those three.
Yeah, none of them affect anything. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, maybe you could have a look at the door, see if there's anything magical on it.
He's trying to orientate Dorzen for like the 10th time to keep him from turning sideways.
Dorson, do you want me to hold your hand?
Oh, I'll do it.
I can go up and have a look. Yeah. You said it won't open.
Well,
Not
there's, yeah. I assume there might be some kind of magical effect on it. I did put the anti-magic collar against it, though, but nothing seemed to happen.
Okay. I'm going to continue finishing my ritual cast.
Okay.
So it might be like 10 minutes or so, but yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else. Yeah, Mary?
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'll just have a look around and see if I can find anything interesting in the area.
Okay. As you're looking around, as I exclaimed before, there is the front door, which that does have a handle on it. Actually, no, it doesn't. No handle, no hinges. There is the ooze from the wall, which who has a passive of 22 or higher?
I do.
I do.
Definitely
Most of us.
Sylvan.
Okay, so all of you except 2. You all notice little bits of that ichor kind of like moves off the wall, goes to where Mary invisibly is, and then just disappears.
It's touching you, Mary.
What is?
I want to wipe that off.
The ooze.
Yeah. Can I see it?
When they point it out to you, yeah, there's little bits, and as soon as it gets to where your body actually is, it disappears.
Can Sylvan just kind of lightly poke the ichor with his staff to see if
Sure.
what that does?
Hey, stop poking me out. Fix
Oh
it
no,
myself.
not
Wait.
Mary, but the
All right.
Wait. With your staff of planar banishing.
I'm not trying to banish it. I'm just trying to. Oh no!
You dunk. With this incredible artifact of an ancient era with almost untold power. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I'm just
It
poking it.
splats. Yeah. It splats a little bit as soon as you touch it,
Wait,
and it floats, and then it recongeals on the wall, but some of it continues moving over towards Mary.
wait, Mary.
Why
Could
is
it be
coming to
affect-
me?
Try turning off your invisibility.
But I don't want to.
That's what I was. It might be attracted to your consistent magic.
Do any of you have like an empty flask or something?
Yeah, I've got a dozen of them. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. I'll take one, and as the ichor starts floating towards me, I'll try and just catch it in the flask.
Okay.
Try and collect it.
It gets into the flask. It congeals at the bottom, and then it goes through the flask towards you.
Oh, what the hell?
I'd say turn off your invisibility, Mary. Is like Kuma's still trying to like swim and doing like somersault.
Can Sylvan do a check? Actually, no. It's like, Mary, you're better at arcane magics than I am. What do you have any idea what this ichor might be?
Well, let me think for a little bit. I'll just walk, or rather float around quickly, trying to evade the ichor while thinking about it.
As you get closer to any of the other walls, the ichor on those walls start being attracted towards you as well. It's really aggravating. Like in the dead center of the room, it's even like periodically having little, very tiny droplets, like a fraction of an ounce, just going over towards you. Roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what this is. I will tell you right now, the DC is very high.
That's pretty good, though.
Pretty good. 26. What would you know about this? So, either it is attracted to questionably the prettiest person in the room. The only reason I'm saying questionably is there is a Dorzen. Or it's attracted towards your school of magic specifically. To discern anything else about it, you'd have to experiment with it. So it's either attracted to pretty or attracted to your school of magic that's currently active.
Right. Okay, god damn it. Oh, I wish we had Thunderbrand here. Not for that reason.
About to say.
But
Good multitask.
well, I think it might have something to do with the school of magic. Well, I'm invisible right now, you know.
One way to find
So-
out: turn it off.
Fine. Damn it.
No, you don't. Let's go under the assumption it's your spell, because I can't see any other reason, and
Yeah, that's what I just explained.
and honestly, keeping your invisibility might be an asset right now.
Well, I can't make myself invisible more times, you know, but
Save your resources, and Soen's gonna start making his way to that door, but also I'm trying to theater of the mind the layout of this tower. So, is it like the stairs lead up to the door, and then that's the end of those stairs,
The
or is it like the
stairs
stairs goes?
lead up to an archway, and if you follow that same wall after you go up, there's another set of stairs that go up again. Kind of like
Before
stairs.
Before
Yeah,
he
so-
gets very far, I say to him, Can't either of you like try and make one of those minor illusions? See if that draws it as well. I can't really cast spells now without dismissing my invisibility, so.
Get my fly working right now, but I'll try something after.
At this point, your fly goes off.
There we go. All right, now I make my way up to the door finally.
I'm not an illusionist, but I'll try something. And so, and cast poison spray at Kuma.
God damn it.
Con save, Kuma.
It's a strong poison save.
He spits on your face, and you just like wipe it off. It's save or suck, so nothing happens.
Yeah, that is a good roll, though.
Yeah, it was. So Sylvan, you moving here, since you are not an intelligence caster, you're kind of like moonwalking up the stairs. You know, like, all right, down, up, moving like this. Whereas Jimmy just floats over your head, moving much more quick. Jimmy and Mary, you both have a fly speed of 80 feet. Same with Jeriquay. Everybody
Can I-
else, you have a movement speed of about 25.
I'll try and make my way up there. I'll also... Can I lasso Mary to have her drag me up there?
That depends if Mary dodges or not.
I'm still invisible.
True.
Don't worry,
I just wait for the drop to get near and go invisible, then I'll lasso
I-
around that.
I have each of the ouches try to orientate Kuma and Dorzen.
Yeah, they work perfectly fine for that.
So they're like on their backs, just like trying to crawl and just move little parts of them to keep them a little balanced.
You guys have your boogie board.
I mean, hey, I can actually grip my toes around and just like, this is acceptable.
So you all have ouches movement speed. So yeah, Sylvan, you get up to that first landing where you see the alchemical shit floating around inside of here, and it's kind of scary to somebody who doesn't understand chemicals, like Jimmy and Mary does, because some things are incredibly dangerous, and other things are only mildly dangerous, and it's just floating around up here.
Jeriquay, I know you're saying that they're open, but are you saying that we should go through them?
Oh, you can't. You literally have to embody. That's what she thinks.
Well, since I don't know how to do that, I'm gonna go with what I can do, and just keeps heading upstairs looking for, I guess the archive of this study of this tower.
Okay. Jimmy, with your detect magic, the tower itself is magical. It appears to be conjuration magic in particular. And that is the solid black, purple, glowy aspects of it. The doors, as you look at them, are illusion magic. As are the flasks upstairs, the chemicals upstairs, the agents, the working materials, all of those are illusion.
I just relay that information.
So all I gotta do is like believe and walk through it.
There's definitely some illusionary focus here. I mean,
Well, I can just try opening the door normally. Did you already try like picking the lock, Mary?
there is no lock.
Oh, there's nothing. Oh, okay. Well, I reach into my bag and I pull out a crowbar. We can try maybe this, but I'm not that strong.
How about let me. I
Well,
think I have an idea that might work. Maybe we'll see.
before we consider opening this door and confronting whatever is causing that breathing behind it, do we want to do this, or do we want to explore the rest of this tower first, where there's no, at least obvious threats, possible threats?
Well, it's either going outside the tower or
Which the door is the same type of door.
right, or going up.
Yes, and I was
Already
continuing
explored
up.
down there, so
Well, you can't go up until you get through that door.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you said that there was the door and then there was another
No,
stairway.
it's
like,
the stairway
okay.
where there is a solid door that has no seams, it has no hinges, and no door handle or knob.
what's your idea, Mary? Go ahead. Just
Ask her. I drop the invisibility and cast a minor illusion.
Okay, your invisibility does not drop. You're still invisible.
What the hell? But am I able to cast the minor illusion?
Yes.
Huh.
And what do you minor illusion?
I minor illusion a handle on the door.
Okay. A handle appears on the door.
Maybe
Wait.
try.
There's
And
a
I
handle.
also illusion some hinges.
Okay. Hinges appear on the door.
what's happening with the door?
Can I try pulling on the handle?
This is really weird. The invisibility doesn't fade.
Well, that could be good or that could be bad.
Well, I hope I'm not invisible forever. You know.
Well, if you think you're about to be lost to the ethereal, just let us know.
No one will ever be able to see Mary's beautiful face again, only hear her slightly obnoxious voice.
But you would be the world's greatest rogue.
But I already am.
You could finally haunt that wizard that you've been searching. He'll always hear your
Well-
voice and never see you.
And I'd go and try and just pull the handle on the door,
Okay.
and I try opening it.
So you pull at the handle on the door, and your hand contacts with it as if it is a real item, a real substance, and you push it inwards where it opens noiselessly. Now that has hinges and a doorknob.
Wouldn't you know? That's useful.
Is that you, Mary?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, she has been talking a little bit, Jimmy.
I just can't see her, and the door opened on its own. It was kind of weird.
I also make a minor illusion of just a large flask,
So if that's
It appears.
if it's not
and
If
I
it's not
try,
too
try and start to collect the droplets in it.
Okay. They collect.
it's a working theory, but I would have to say that at least with illusionary magic, illusions are real here.
Then what would happen if Mary were to touch anti-magic collar?
Good question. Want to try it, Mary?
Not right now.
Well, since it's open, let's go in there cautiously.
Alrighty. As you all begin moving into this area, one by one, you step through the archway, and you all experience a bit of a shock to your system. A feeling of vertigo strikes through you all, and you catch yourselves breathing or attempting to, but it has no actual effect or bearing on what you are doing. And then you all step through. Wait, you're already there. Into Jericho's token is small. Nice.
I'm surprised Mary didn't do like a glorious beard and mustache on doors and using minor illusion.
You know, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like Dorzen, when you were bent over earlier like that, like your hair was still visible, but it was on your picture and it looked like a mustache.
Let me
And
bring
it
you all over
did-
to the map.
Make
And it
doors
looked-
into
it-
centaur again.
You all walk up from the door frame, and after that vertigo shift where all of you get shunted and your eyes close temporarily as you try to equalize yourself a little better. You look around, and there appears to be 8 different hallways, each of which have a similar door to what you experienced just previously. And you just feel your feet become a little more attached to the floor.
Ah, this is weird.
Do we need to make saves?
No.
You feel better, Kuma, Dorzen, Jericho?
Feel more solid on the ground.
Feel fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
minor illusion Kuma's feet so that he has clown shoes.
You're now wearing clown shoes, Kuma. They
I take the
feel
shoes off.
solid. Yep.
I take them off immediately, and I throw one at Mary's invisible head.
Now, minor illusion, you can only have so many of those effects up at a time, correct? And what is their duration?
Let me double check.
I remember correctly, it was like a minute or 10, maybe.
You just here.
1 action, 1 minute. So all of these things only stay real for 1 minute.
I still
Right.
attempt to throw it at Mary's head.
Whoosh.
Just
You may or may not have hit me, Kuma.
As soon as she speaks, I throw the other one.
Recklessly.
Recklessly, yeah.
It just flows.
Does Mary like to
Jesus
dodge it?
Christ.
Do like a whole matrix like backwards?
That
thing
nobody
invisibly?
can see.
It's like, did you see that? No.
Huh.
Okay. Being serious again. 8 hallways. Just number them 1 to 8 and go at 1 and then see what's on each one.
So, around this time, the door behind you all, the hinges and doorknob disappear, the door disappears, and then it reappears, covering the archway.
Okay, I guess we're stuck in here. I say that one. I point to the one up north. Should be 1, and then clockwise.
Oh, now that we're past the door, is it easier to tell where that echoey breath or whatever is coming from?
No. In fact, roll me another perception check. 23 again. You're experiencing it sounds closer, maybe further, maybe different, but you still hear it.
Alright, well, everyone, let's be cautious. I don't trust whatever is causing that breathing.
Right. Kuma's heading towards hallway 1 that he labeled, which is the north one.
All right, go for it.
Do all the doors look similar in design?
Yeah, they're the exact same type of door that you just walked through.
Yeah, and there's no markings on either of them?
On none of them.
Do I hear anything on the other side of this door?
Roll me a perception check.
I have disadvantage. Although I get advantage from the rows, but those are not active right now, right?
The robes give you that advantage because you have 360 vision, so no.
Fair.
You hear an echoey, almost instrumental, hollow sound.
Okay, that's a weird sound. Mary, could you, there's no hinges or handle on this door, right?
No.
Oh.
Mary, could you help me get this open?
Sure. Let me try something. I try at first to I try to create through minor illusion again, just a small window on the door.
Okay. A small window appears. Kuma, do not move forward. I just have to remove the dynamic lighting there.
Okay.
You look forward and you see that there appears to be a shimmering, large bowl that has little bits of this ethereal essence around the rim and the image of a valley with a stream cutting through it and these flying birds going across. And it's moving. Not the bowl, but the flying creatures.
Is that a portal? I will say loud enough for everyone to hear.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like one.
Jeriquay, it is.
Yes.
Okay, wonder where that leads.
Can I roll an Arcana check or something to try and ascertain where it might lead?
Not an Arcana check. You can roll a survival check.
Oh.
Can I roll as well?
Sure.
Oh man, I was gonna ask.
17. It appears to lead to a place that has a valley and a river/stream cutting through it with some birds in the area. Based off of the nature of the surrounding area, it appears to be autumn there, which is not the season you just left behind. So it's clearly not where you all just came from.
Well, it's
Mary,
not Exandria, it's autumn over there.
that's not entirely true. I mean, one season here can be another season at a different part of the world, but that's beside the point. Mary,
Yeah?
can you do this trick with the other doors here, just so we can see if these
I-
other rooms?
That was my intention. I just wanted to have a look inside first. Alright, let's just go clockwise.
Okay.
And, yeah.
In this room, it has the same large plate makeup that you recognize as the other one, except it seems to be a bit more chilly in this room. Even as you walk through, you see like a little bit of flurry moving up and around this area, as you see incredibly tall mountain surrounded by evergreen trees on all sides. And the mountain seems to have plumes of smoke pulsating upwards above it.
Huh.
Is that Uthadern?
No, that can't be. See the plumes of smoke?
Well, yeah, there's a volcano near there.
Can I roll
Oh,
a
yeah, shit,
history
there
check,
is. I forgot
or-
about that.
Mary, go for it.
I like to think so. It says exactly that.
Oh shit, I forgot about the volcano. I
Well,
mean,
no, I as a player forgot about the volcano.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it looks like mountains with plumes of smoke and evergreen trees. You've only experienced 2 places in the world that would have a territory like this. So if that is Exandria, it would have to be one of those 2 places. That tall type of mountain, that does not exist in the Empire. Isilyria or Uthadern. If it is Exandria.
Yeah. What's this one, Mary?
Well, give me a moment. You don't have to like ask for every single one of them. I'm
Well, it's
doing-
hard to see where you're at.
Well, I'm. Okay, give me 30 seconds per each window. I want to have a look inside as well. You know.
I mean,
Okay.
at this point, can we put a little bell on you so we know where you're at? Because you're still invisible.
Fuck you.
All right, so you all go down to this one. This portal seems to be much larger, and the landscape behind it looks a bit nauseating to most of you. There appears to be a hooked land that swoops almost like a hill that divots and swirls downwards, and the background sky is pink in origin with this giant white spot that seems to be just behind that pink sky, that leaves you all a little nauseous looking at it, like,
Yeah.
oh, that's distorted. That's not how landscape works.
Does Dorzen recognize this place?
Not particularly, but you recognize at least what it is associated with. Yes, this is the wilds.
There's the Feywild.
No, it is the wilds.
Oh, wow. I keep forgetting that's a separate thing.
No. Remind me to never visit your home.
Alright, so wilds there. Is anyone noting this down?
I can't really see through the windows. You're making them a bit too high.
Oh, you can just fly up, can't you?
Jero, didn't you say that kind of disappeared a bit, like our feet?
You
were stuck to the
felt
ground?
more attached to the ground than you did previously, but if
Okay.
you think about it, you can still fly up.
Okay, great.
I thought you were making them like floor, top to bottom, see-through windows.
No, I
Alright.
said small windows at first. I have
Minor illusion, 5 feet cube.
Yep.
Grand windows. Let's look at the pretty pictures. This one has the same make as the other ones did. However, the landscape appears to be this darkened orange colored sand with this reddish hue backdrop sky and this massive red light emanating from it. Similar to your sun, but it doesn't burn to look at it. You see on the cusp of your vision there appears to be some type of large creature that is ripped apart and left with nothing but bones, and those bones are being chewed and gnawed on by different bone-like creatures that are currently fighting over each other like vultures. Based off of your perception of the area, those creatures look to be about 15 to 20 feet long.
Given that now we have more information, like apparently one leads to the wilds, can Sylvan roll something to kind of make a guess of what this one might be?
History check.
Oh fuck.
I want to do that for everyone I open, basically, as well.
Sure, history for this one. 17 does not tell you. 6 does not tell you.
Does it look kind of like the bone devil I saw? The bone-like creatures?
No. These appear to be more, almost like skeletons of incredibly large creatures that seem slightly more sentient.
Jerique, do you recognize any of these places?
There are places we do not want to go. Do I actually recognize any of them?
History check.
History. Core, I don't think she's good at history. Oh, she is. Public roll.
Jesus.
So, you recognize the wilds. The first 2 rooms you do not recognize because you would not have the opportunity to have been there. This room belongs to the great sands of the Howling Abyss.
Right. And that's the Abyss.
No, the Howling Abyss.
Howling Abyss. We do
Completely
not
different.
go there.
It is a territory that has this screaming essence that can be heard and carried through all of the sands. And no matter what type of magic you perform, you can never not hear the screams that make it incredibly difficult to see or hear anything. The landscape is filled with incredibly vile and toxic undead creatures that have either stumbled into this land and entered into a perpetual state of hunting, killing, dying, and re-entering into that.
This is where the Croton was, right? Out of character?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
But this is the sands of that location. You guys never went into the open sands. You guys were stuck in a different location in this area. It is believed to be an infinite plane that nobody has ever really traversed and discovered anything about it, and its purpose is still unknown even to your people.
What do you call it? The Howling Abyss? Was that it?
Howling Abyss. And it's
Huh. I have a sort of a working theory, maybe purely based on the image I'm getting here, but I'm gonna go up the direct opposite of that one. And
Okay.
so I don't know, guys, but I don't know, maybe this. So if that is abyss, maybe the opposite will be like heaven or something then.
Unfortunately not. You see into a large pool of water with these floating glaciers moving through the water itself. Everything is flowing and open, and you see no direction, no tide, no sun, no daybreak, no nothing. It is all just water in there. However, you do see creatures swimming through that are familiar to at least two of you. You see floating little eyeball creatures moving through quickly, and some of them look directly at the portal when you all look.
I stopped looking at it, and no, screw that.
Are those
Before-
baby beholders' eyes?
No, those were not the baby beholders. They were the things that you guys fought, the Astalots.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
fuck those guys.
That was a fun fight. I don't know.
But
Where was that one, Jericho?
Another history check, Jericho.
another one. Oh, I thought
I was
that.
about to
Well,
say.
no,
cons-
each one is a different place. I'm not gonna have one check for everything.
29.
Also rolling history on that.
Okay. What have you been trying to say, Silverin?
I was just you said water and stuff, and being from the water show, I thought I might have expertise of what that place was, but already.
Silverin, yes, you don't need to roll. You know what it is. That is the elemental plane of water. Jericho, that is the elemental plane of water. Also known as a plane of existence that is nothing but water. There's frozen water, there's warm water, there's boiling water, but everywhere in that location is nothing but water. You would also be aware that it is the sealing grounds for one of the betrayer gods of Exandria.
An
I
angry
have no idea what that place
just
is.
not go to the plane of water.
All right. Well, bottom one then.
The one that you're standing at, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Alright.
Going back to the clockwise.
A desolate landscape of what appears to be dried dirt stretches on as far as you can see. There is no light in this world. There is no color. It is just different shades of gray, black, and white, as far as your eyes can comprehend. You see a wind is whisking over this vision that you can see through, and it moves with it dust from the landscape that stretches on as far as you can see.
I think I found the place where Trent was born.
Is there a plane
Rolling
of Earth,
history.
Soren?
Yes, the elemental plane of Earth.
Could that be this?
Let me. I haven't seen it yet. Let me check.
Oh,
Wait, isn't
there
that where we
is
came?
a
Oh no, we came
sky,
from the
though.
stairs.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Jericho, go ahead and roll.
I also rolled history on this. 15.
15. It doesn't look like anything that you would be aware of. The DCs to know these foreign planes are fairly high. Jericho, however, there you go. It's like you guys have somebody from the Planal Service. Not postal, though. Well, maybe postal. But anyways,
She's going postal.
that is the Shade. The closest plane of existence to the known Abyss. It is a location filled with undead that are naturally born and occurring there, and the individuals that do not move on to an afterlife end up appearing there when they pass on. It is also the birthplace of those creatures that I previously mentioned, the untethered.
Oh,
That's the shade. You do not want to go there. It is a waiting room you will never leave.
oh, that sucks. Yeah, let's not go there then.
Wait, isn't that the place where the untethered are from?
Would any of us even know about Untethered, other than maybe
We
me?
do, because Dorzen found the book in the library.
That's literally what they're trying to do. They're trying to untether.
But race, I meant.
Oh, the only reason they remotely know about them is that book Dorzen just read.
Yes, that is what they would be from. But
Okay, well that's an option, but we should see what the other two doors have.
Yeah.
So, before you is another desolate landscape, but it looks incredibly warm with a shimmering heat radiating off of the ground and landscape. Before you appears to be a very large pillar. Difficult to really comprehend exactly how big it is because you don't know how far away it is. You see these creatures flying around with molten droplets falling off of their form and dripping across the landscape that sizzle slightly even against their intense heat. And you look up above where there are stalactites sealing down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
where there
think
are
that's right.
stalactites all around this landscape. And periodically you see one of those flying creatures moves and a large bat-like creature swoops down, envelops their body, and crashes to the ground. Just very bad. Silren, you would be... Wait, have you ever been...
So
History
I've
check...
been to,
Yeah?
yeah, so Silrin's gone to the, Vesra is where he's born. He's visited the Fire Ashari, so the, not Terra,
Pyra.
Pyra.
Pyra, because that was near Vasselheim. The only ones he hasn't visited were the Air Ashari and the Terra, the ground Earth Ashari.
Okay. This does appear to be the elemental plane of fire. Roll me a history check still, Silver.
Okay, give me a second. I was writing my notes on what these places are.
19. It looks vastly different from what you saw. As far as you know and have been taught by them, it's supposed to be an open sky territory that's incredibly hot. You didn't think that there were any underground aspects, but apparently there might be.
So a place that they just haven't discovered yet.
Yep.
All right. Well, final door.
And also keep in mind, as you're spending 30 seconds to a minute at each of these doors, the windows do seal up after a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you remove this one. Before you is a dried landscape covered in nothing but stone. The dark sky is just a slightly darkened shade of stone that lightens as you see this incredible circular object that almost appears to have cogs that you can see against it. There's a very large open circle platform with a staircase that leads directly to this portal that also stretches on forward to another set of stairs that look like they almost touch that large circle in the sky.
I think this might be a good place for you, Jimmy. It has cogs in it.
What do you mean? It's like a junkyard? Wait, that's not.
I don't know. Roll a history. Ooh, 25.
Hey! This is not a world that you are aware of. However, based off of the landscape you are looking at, and based off of your time spent with Jimmy and dabbling and reading about some stuff that he's done and him talking about it, everything in this area looks to be joined sections of very large stone rocks that all look to be made of similar constructs that Jimmy uses metal to construct. which can lead you to a couple of assumptions about this location. Either A, it's like a Aztecian technological location, or B, they discovered a symbol and they worship it. That's the only thing you could justifiably know. But the landscape is the only landscape that you've seen so far that looks deliberately warped and molded by sentient minds.
Huh. All right. So, any ideas?
Well, just clarification to you, Jero, because I remember when you were describing it, you said there was more stairs to this tower.
When you were in the previous room, there were stairs that led up to a door. You walk through the door, this is where you are.
Oh.
When Kuma looked at it from the outside, he saw more stairs. Currently, you guys don't see them.
Yuriko, do you know what this stone world is?
She's still angrily looking at the water one, but she'll take a step, I guess, and look at it.
History.
Angrily looks at the water.
Yeah, no, she does not like aboleths. I'm gonna tell you that right now. History. I don't know
I
if
do
they're
have
all...
some kind of like a feeling that these two over here, the one to the north and northeast, they might be some kind of like celestial realms or something like that. At least the one with the mountain, sort of.
It looks as though he has portals to each plane of elements, then an element of chaos. Looking at the Feywilds, what I rolled a natural 20 on the history check, so 32.
Geez, save some 20s for the rest of us.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know,
know over history. She's on fire.
I've already
did roll a
commented the
natural
the dice karma is going to murder us later.
Oh, don't worry. There's absolutely threats in here. So yeah, I whispered to you, Jerkway.
That would kind of be need to know, right?
Huh?
That would be like a need to know thing, right?
Yeah, most of the time. It's up to you what you do with the information, though.
There's nowhere you want to go. Time is irrelevant there. It's not somewhere. It's interesting that a wizard, though, would have that somewhere straight to that.
So, what all of you have gleamed from her is you don't want to go to any of these places.
Effectively, yes.
Well, except
I'll definitely take those warnings into consideration, Jeriquay, but it'd be nice to know the name of the location in case, I don't know, some stranger decide we're trying to trick us into by helping us, and we had to go to a certain place.
so we don't accidentally go to the place we're not supposed to be.
Okay, I'm
Exactly.
gonna 23 intelligence and just she's gonna point at the two places, the place with the untethered and the place we're looking at right now. If we were to go through one of these portals, those are the two you would want to go for. This one, unfortunately, has somebody that may be able to help us, but he may kill you all on sight.
What is this place? And who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Janus, the god of time.
Wait, what?
That's layer. And if you want to find this tower intact, we will just go to it when it was intact. He can do that.
Well, it's
There's
an
a-
option.
There's a god of time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm wrapping my head around.
Yeah, none of you have any knowledge, recollection, comprehension of a god of time.
Well, before we decide to hop through any of these portals, Kuma, you mentioned you saw more stairs, but I don't see any of them.
Yeah, there were more. Can I remember what layer of the tower they were on?
Roll me a history check. Disadvantage.
Guidance.
The guidance is a D4, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Nope.
8?
Nope. It was like kind of here or maybe higher up.
It was either here or higher up. Is there anything on the ceiling?
There's a ceiling.
No, like hatches, no odd things about it.
No. It's ornate and it's colored with the starry sky that's moving.
Why is the starry sky moving?
I don't know.
Jimmy, your detect magic self, what's it saying?
That's like delusion.
The starry sky is conjuration. It's a part of the tower.
There you go.
Well, there were more stairs.
Mary, I want to test something. Could you create a window mid-air in that starry sky with the intent to go to the next level, see the next level of this tower?
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Okay. You float up, still unseen. You've been invisible for about 25 minutes now. 12 minutes of which you have been not concentrating on it.
Yeah.
And as you begin illusioning against the starry sky, your illusion begins to take hold and then fades, and then takes hold and then fades. Roll me an Arcana check.
All right.
18. Your illusions seem to be able to affect things in this area that aren't conjured.
Okay. Right. Well, it doesn't seem like it'll take hold on this thing.
What about one of the walls? Can you try on one of the walls?
The walls are conjured.
Oh.
The doors were the only things that are not conjured on this floor. They're all illusion.
Was there anything else illusion-wise in the tower?
Downstairs, the flasks, the vials, the chemicals, all that shit.
Huh.
You say you can't do it on something conjured, Mary. If I were to attempt to dispel it, do you think it would work?
I might not know much about magic, but I would not do that here of all places.
Yeah,
That's
I was
why-
just about to say, I think it's best we try not to dispel it. I mean, we have a way of opening the doors, and so I don't really see the point of dispelling it.
Although I am kind of curious what the other two, and I went like to door 1 and 2 with like, we don't know where those two go really, other than the images.
They look like vacation homes.
Well, we're looking for this scroll, right?
Right, and most people would say, oh, send it to somewhere dangerous where no one can find it. But if you send it to somewhere that's a quote unquote vacation home, who would think of going somewhere peaceful to find something insanely powerful?
I don't know.
I mean, that's just my thought.
Well, I have no idea where we should start by, or if we even can go back once we go through one of these portals.
Well,
What-
once I get a long night's rest, I still have a tuning fork for Exandria. So wherever we go, I can get us back home.
Oh, well,
Okay.
that's good.
So that means we can either go to the place where there's the untethered, where there's a god of time apparently that might kill us on sight.
I don't think he can kill. Gods have rules about harming mortals, but he's going to give us a stern talking to and then probably help us because he's bored.
Sounds all right.
I don't wanna go-
You've talked with him before or something?
Not directly. This will be interesting.
I don't really want to go to the plane of water, the
I wouldn't.
shifting abyss one, or it looks like the plane of fire. Although it might make sense if he threw a scroll or two into the Feywild, because that thing is kind of, or the wild, since that is kind of chaotic itself.
I think our best bet is just going to talk to Janus and using him to roll back time and getting all of these little articles in one place.
I guess we can't do that. Just, if we're going to talk to a god, everyone, don't do anything to antagonize someone we don't know anything about.
They have rules, don't worry. Usually, anyways.
In other words, I just won't say anything.
No, just act like you're talking with your mother, Soren.
No.
Well, before we do anything and start going through these portals, I think we should take some time to just go through this alchemical laboratory downstairs and see if we can find any, I don't know, useful.
I already searched it earlier. Didn't see anything that stood out.
You didn't see any notes or anything from whoever?
I've been looking this entire time. We came here for one thing, that was the scroll, and I haven't come across any of it so far.
There's been 0 notes so far.
I'll make a minor illusion of a small guidebook that says where to find the scroll.
Okay. It says that on the cover.
Oh, damn, it's empty.
You should have put something in there.
Yeah.
I do not like this silly tower. Please.
I don't
All
like it either.
So, guys, we're going to go ahead and go on break, and you all will decide what direction you are taking while we're on break. We'll be right back.